Day after day, grinding ranked for countless hours, watching YouTube guides, analyzing pro plays, and learning every single trick in the book, only to find yourself stuck in flat? Sounds familiar? Don't worry. In this video, I'm going to tell you exactly what you need to do to reach the rank you deserve, Diamond. Well, in my case, I wasted time focusing on things that had zero impact on climbing to diamond. That's why in this video I'll break down the only two key factors that actually matter to reach diamond. I'll explain what they are and why they work and how to apply them without any fluff, no distraction, just exactly what you need. There are timestamps for each part on this video. You can skip ahead if you feel like it, but be honest, if you really understand what each step means. The only two things that matter for reaching diamond is your mechanics and your game sense. I know you have heard it a millions of times, but do you know what exactly they mean? How much do you need for reaching diamond? And like, more importantly, how to apply them to reach to diamond? Let's say someone could be locked up in the left corner. How would you clear him without any ability? I want you to pay attention to my crosshair while I'm clearing the angle in these three scenarios.
Here. Here.
Do you see the difference? In the scenario 1, I was pre-aiming to where the enemy will be after I peek. The second scenario, I was pre-aiming right on the wall. I was tracking the wall, edge of the wall. The third one, I was keeping some distance and I was also tracking the edge of the wall. And the advantage of the third scenario compared to the first two is that in case someone peeks, white swings me from that corner based on timings, I will kill him. My crosshair will be right on his head while he peeks me. There was a scenario when you had the angle advantage. What will you do if you don't have the angle advantage or the enemy has the angle advantage? Then you pre-aim the angle. Like you put your crosshair on the wall and you peek right on the end. And if the enemy is in a bit side somewhere else, then you just micro correct to the angle. Now let's take this example of a brawl. Let's say the enemy is the orb and you don't have any neutral, you're in the open. You can't escape, enemy can't escape. How would you take the brawl? I want you to pay attention to my movement. Sometimes you move in the same direction twice or thrice, or you move just a little bit, or you move a lot just to throw off the enemy's crosshair. You shouldn't be predictable in your movement. That's the most important thing. If you're predictable, if you move in left right in the same sequence, the enemy can easily kill you because you can only be in two possible scenarios. Now let's move on to game sense for getting kills. For getting kills, you have to observe the enemies, what they're doing. In Plat, many people like to autopilot and do the same thing every single round. Maybe the enemy jet likes to peek mid every single round or something like that. Or main, they like to push main. Then you can exploit that and make plays to get kills based on your intuition. You have to build that intuition of how to exploit the enemy's weaknesses. Maybe they didn't take smoke, maybe they don't have initiator, maybe the initiator die, all that. Maybe they have too many flashes, so you have to be careful while you're in the open to dodge the flash or be in cover so you don't get blinded. Or while defending, you can spam through the smoke. If you think they like to stay in the smoke for a long time, you can spam through the kill smoke and get free kills. And you need the basic game sense for getting the trade of your teammates. Let's say that your duelists like to press W keys for the entire game. They don't know how to play split or slow, so they just walk in directly. You trade them out. You try everything you can to trade them out so that they're not a waste. That's how you adapt to your teammates if you don't have good teammates who don't listen to your calls. And depending on the map, the side they might rise, you can predict that based on their ultimates. If they have Razel, they're likely to come one of the sides, not the other, etc. etc. You need to pick a main gun for having consistent aim and mechanics. If you master a gun, you'll have good mechanics and you'll be consistent with the gun. So that's a basic simple step you can take for getting consistency and getting out of that. For me, example of me, you can pick any gun if you like. For my first round, I'll take my Ghost. For my eco rounds, I'll take my Stinger. And for the full buy round, I'll take a Phantom. And if I don't have any gun, I play classic copies. And for good game sense and for being adaptable players to your bad teammates, how often have you got bad teammates who don't know how to play? So you need to trade them out and make plays with them. For that, you need to have good adaptability. For that, you need a main agent. If you play every single role, you won't be able to adapt to every situation. The rank gives you bad teammates, bad enemies. You can't exploit them if you don't have good adaptability, etc., etc.